guys, my name's Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and today we've got battle of the big boys again. We've got the current reigning champion, the Ping i25 driver, one with the racing stripes, really good reviews on it so far. It's going long, it's going big, and it's beat off quite a bit of competition already against the TaylorMade JetSpeed driver. So this is TaylorMade's most current driver, kind of runs in parallel with the SLDR, but the Ping i25 beat the JetSpeed's older brother last session, so it'll be interesting to see if the i25 can beat the new generation, the JetSpeed. Now, interestingly, I've got these two golf clubs set up quite differently. Even though these two golf clubs are in 10.5 degrees of loft on the bottom, I've got them set up quite differently because of the difference in centre of gravity. I've got them in different lofts. The lofts that are going to suit my game are going to help me hit these two golf clubs to their maximum distance. So interestingly, I've got the TaylorMade JetSpeed in lofts of 11.5 degrees. So I've upped it to 1 degree to go to 11.5 degrees because that's how I launch it better. With the forward and low centre of gravity, that's the loft that suits my game the best with this golf club. With the Ping i25, I've actually got this in 10 degrees of loft because I would normally use 9.5, but the 10 degrees of loft for me best suits my game in this golf club. So it's quite interesting now that the loft of the golf club kind of really isn't that bothered anymore. It's all about obviously the launch angles and the spin rates that are going to help us hit these two golf clubs the furthest. So we've got them in standard stiff stock shafts. I've got this in the Matrix stiff flex, and I've also got this in the normal Ping PWR stiff flex. So both in exactly the same spec. Now, interestingly, when we look at the two golf clubs side by side, the TaylorMade is about ½ an inch longer. So it's a little bit longer in the shaft length, so whether that helps us hit the ball any further, we'll have to kind of wait and see. Whether it's going to be as accurate, we're not too sure. I'm going to be hitting 3 real golf balls each with each golf club. Get it on GC2, which is really closed data. Doesn't matter about the conditions. We've got the JetSpeed up first. Like I said, a lot of press about these clubs at the moment. This and the SLDR about lofting up. And because the central gravity is so low and forward, it does make sense to loft up. I understand it a little bit more now. I had a visitor last week, a spec guy from TaylorMade, who kind of really clearly explained it to me. So there's going to be some videos coming out about that soon. But I've got this in 11.5 degrees of loft. Let's see how far it can go. Seemed like a pretty decent start for the TaylorMade. So 272, not a bad hit so far. I would say this would average at about 276, so not a bad hit so far. Let's go Ping i25. Like I say, this has managed to beat pretty much everything that's been put up against so far when I've been testing it. Let's see how it gets on with the TaylorMade. That's a pretty decent hit. Not probably my best with the Ping i25 that I've ever hit. 276, so even though that wasn't the best, it still carried longer than the TaylorMade so far. So this is going to be an interesting matchup there. I wonder if one of these two can both absolutely hit it out the screws. Let's see what the distance then is in then, but so far, pretty close contest. That's as good as I can hit that club. I've really hit that nicely. 276, and that felt good as well. That did feel really solid. 276, so the same distance as what I felt was a bit of an off-centered strike with the Ping. So, 2 more with the Ping, 1 more with the TaylorMade, and let's see how far. Let's see who is victorious. Come on, we need a couple of big ones here. That could be big. Felt good, it felt solid. Doesn't feel like it's spinning much. 280 yards. So the Ping has just put down the benchmark there, 280 yards. Good spin rates, good launch angles. So giving it to the TaylorMade. Okay, we've got 1 more shot each. So to me, the TaylorMade's got to really put one out there at about 280 odd, really, to put any competition down for the Ping. That felt good for the TaylorMade. That felt like a really solid hit. Felt really good out the middle. 269, interesting. Didn't quite go as far as I expected that to go. And looking at the spin, it's just spun up a little bit more, so I didn't quite maximise the distance out the TaylorMade there. What a shame. Right, one more with the ping. This could be a victory lap, to be fair, for the ping. As long as it doesn't do anything horrendous. Gets it one down there at 270. I think this is a clear winner today. Oh, that felt good. That could be big. That felt really good out the middle. It is big, 283. So a pretty decent hit for the ping again. And I think, looking at the data, this may have just taken the match again. So if we look at the data, we've got the TaylorMade JetSpeed data up first. Pretty fast ball speed, 163. You know, I'm pretty confident with that. I'm pretty happy with that. 14.6 degree of launch angle, 2,700 spin. So that spun a little bit too high for a low spinning golf club. Like I said, this golf club isn't perfectly custom fit to myself. You know, I've not been absolutely custom fit. So I might be able to get the spin down a little bit more on that with a bit more custom fit, and certainly with the shaft. But the carry distance on that was 272. So the average carry distance with the best one at hitting 276. And not, for me, not the furthest I've hit that club. But this is a head-to-head, you know, this is consistency, and it's got to be long. So if we look at the ping data now, and I throw that up on screen as well, we've got faster ball speed, we've got 164 ball speed, we've got we've got similar launch, to be fair, launch at 14.2, and the difference to me is it's spun 300 revs per minute less. So it's spun at an average of 2,600, and the carry distance, the average carry distance was 280. So you've seen it in previous videos, get down there about 290 odd, but it averaged today at 280. It had its best one at 283, so it was a clear winner again today. So guys, that was my head-to-head between the current champion and still remaining champion, the Ping i25, and the TaylorMade JetSpeed driver. Guys, what can beat this golf club? I don't know. I'm going to keep testing to see if anything can actually beat the length of this Ping i25 when I'm hitting it. And like I say, I do use Ping clubs, but this is a head-to-head. I would use any golf club. I don't care what name is on it. But today, that was an incredible challenge again, and it's managed to see off the other drivers that I've tested up against. So guys, thanks so much for watching. If you've not seen the other videos, do check out the link just here. If that's not live, that'll take you to my channel so you can watch all my other videos. Do subscribe to my channel just here as well. I would really appreciate that. I'd really find that beneficial, and I would appreciate your support with that. And also check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks so much for watching. Please do leave comments. And that was today, my challenge between the TaylorMade JetSpeed and the still remaining heavyweight champion of the long drive world, the Ping i25. What can beat it? What can actually get longer?